hope we are. I hope we are live. And I hope people can hear me as well. Ta 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 ta. Right, okay. Da, 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 da. Time to wake up everyone. And let's do some good shit. So anyways, hi, hello. Happy almost New Year. We're done with 2025. Surprisingly, Um, yeah, no. Now to think about it, it feels weird that this year went by so quick, but not really. But then again, it is what it is. But with that being said, I hope everyone can hear me so I don't have to restart the stream. But with that being said, I should probably open up my YouTube Shorts. Not YouTube Shorts. This channel's stream thingy majiggy. Hold on. Where are we? There we are. Oh, there's Kai. Happy New Year's Eve, Mikey. Hi, Kai. How you doing, dog? What up, home dog? What up, home slice? What up? Mm, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you, dog, but I don't think I'm gonna get over the subscribers that I'm gonna be needing because literally it's always going back to 3.53K to 1.54. I think because of like a lot of other shit, but I'm like eh, at this point I don't really care about subscribers. Like I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Like I could probably say a lot. You know what? I guess this is like a stream that I can say my shit because you know what? I want to go in I want to go into 2026 with a positive outlook because look, I'll be real with you because look, I know for the fact that earlier this year I thought I was going to have more people watching my content and all, but I'm pretty sure when everyone wanted to start a lot of malarkey with me, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people started to unsubscribe. And at this point, I I generally do not care because look, I know that I worked my ass off on some of the videos that I make and I know I put a time and effort and all and I hope people will enjoy the renewal, which I know for the fact that it will take a long time for people to watch that set project as well because I know that I put in so much time and effort on that damn thing as well. I mean, I will say this, I haven't finalized like the final part yet because I still need to fix some things for that set project, but um but yeah, I'll say this. I will say this. I am very happy where I am right now because I know a lot of people are gonna probably question why I'm saying this, but also why I'm just saying this shit out of the whim and out of the blue just to get them so furious. But yeah, no, like I'll be real with you. Like there is still people doing content slop on this platform, and they're just repeating the same damn thing. And look, you know who you are, you know what you're doing, but like I'm not saying your name. I'm not saying your name. You already know who you are. But like, dog, I I have better things to do. I want to revise and revision some of the stuff that I did a while ago because if you want me to be honest, I'll probably have to watch the stream again because like I know at some point I may forget of the shit of what I'm saying, so that'll be like another reminder as well. But yeah. Anyways, back to the meat and potatoes of this thing. I will admit on one thing. For what I known is that I want to go back to the shit that I wanted to do. And look, I'll be real with you. I know it's gonna be hard doing all the lore stuff, doing all the ARG stuff, and more importantly, going back to the roots where I was before having collaborations because, yeah, I'm gonna probably confess a couple of things that I want to get off of my chest as well because I think it's probably best for people to know of how I feel and also how I want to express myself. But yeah, so like anyways, time to do a little confession dial on this thing because I'm gonna pull a Doctor Who in this bitch, but also be more realistic. But personally, to me, I don't find collabs that much fun anymore. Yeah, you're hearing this loud and clear. I don't find collabs fun anymore. I mean, look, if you want me to be honest, I don't even find them even remotely cool. Look, y'all can say whatever the hell you want, but there's collabs that do deserve the proper respect as well. Yeah, look, there's proper collabs that do deserve the respect as shit, but if a collab doesn't age that well and that set partner or set friends are not friends anymore, then that collab didn't deserve to exist. There, I say it. Like, I will say this with my strong heart. If you are working with a person who put in so much time and effort, and yet the other person wants to have a different revision on that shit, like, dude, then get out of my sight. Do not get involved with the shit that I have. I have a definitely different version of the set thing that I want to do, or what what we want to do. Unless if the person and the set people come into an agreement and shit, then yeah, that's fine. But like, if you're not gonna respect the other person's work and effort and shit, then you're a complete loser and a lunatic. But like what I said, with all the other collaborations that I did a while ago, there were some good collaborations, there were some decent collaborations, and there was like the not good ones because yeah, I know some of these collaborations that I had were cringe, and looking back at some of them, I kind of understand why that yeah, no. I kind of understand why that a lot of people don't really collaborate with any of these other individuals anymore. I mean, I will say this. The only people who I do enjoy collaborating was Joseph Goes, Grant Reeds, and like there's like a lot of other people who I love to list. But the people who would love to retrace their steps and not make their work existing, I'm not gonna say their names because they know who they are. And believe me, they know who they are. So they don't need to know like if I'm gonna say their name. They already know that I'm talking shit about them. So like with that being said, um um like I I will admit I miss collaborating with actual content creators even though that I'm like solo for now. And I know that a lot of people may have their struggles with me or their problems with me. If anyone has a problem with me being all artsy fartsy or just like being this creative individual and who wants to have that set vision, I don't blame you. I have a big mind. But if you don't want to work on me on the vision that I have, then you can go on your way and live your life. I will not argue with you, and we can just still be friends and shit. But if you're gonna just talk shit about my stuff and just say a lot of crazy things about it, then that's a you problem. I mean, unless if you have constructive criticism, that's fine. But yeah, anyways, like what I said, I miss doing the like double rewind, all the rewind projects, and doing all the other fun stuff. I I miss the days where it was just like where it was just no arguing, no other bullshit. Like I'm just gonna say this now. 2016 till 2019 was the best time period for me with my YouTube content before like COVID-19 had hit it. Before how people were and shit. Yeah, no, look, I may sound like I'm really having that nostalgia bait or whatever, but like personally to me, like I prefer to have at least some subscribers than dealing with a bunch of other individuals. Yeah, no, you're actually hearing the full truth. Like personally to me, like I think that like I prefer like 2016 until 2019. Like even though that I made some good content throughout the 2020s till now, I mean, it's good and all, but like some of the content that I made back then, even though it was some cringe stuff, it, it it had its charm, and I personally believe that it does deserve some recognition as well. And I know for the fact that I did privatize or unlist some of the stuff. Like, I understand that some of my older videos didn't age that well because of a person or controversy, all that other shit. And like I know that a lot of things do change all over the years and shit. Actually, I want to bring this up to everyone's attention as well because I don't know if has been spreaded around that much, but for what I've heard as of recently from one of my friends, Roxy told me is that she told me that Nightmind got called out just yesterday, even though there was so much evidence on him like 3-ish weeks ago, a month ago or so. I don't know. Like I've heard that Nightmind got called out, and I don't know. I was sitting like, how do I say this? Because actually, before I do go into Nightmind, like talking shit about Nightmind, I wanna read what you had said, Kai. Kai has said, "I don't believe it was cringe at all. Your videos have always had great depth and meaning." Yeah, that you know what, you're not wrong. Like, I will say this, and I'll just get back to the Nightmind thing, but you're not wrong about that, Kai, because now re-looking back at some of the videos that I have done, it does have some significant meaning as well, because I feel like that with some of the videos, they may have like secret hidden meanings that I didn't figure out until years later. Like, personally to me, I always look back at some of my content and then past Mikey is saying some crazy ass shit, then realizing that there could be actual words that said could actually be more relevant than now. But anyways, back to Nightmind. So, from what I've heard, and I'm gonna try to be careful with YouTube's guidelines and stuff because I don't want this thing to be age restricted or so because YouTube decided to age restrict some of my old streams even though they're not even public anymore. YouTube, what the fuck? Anyways, back to the point at hand. So, I have been told about Nightmind's behavior. There was a document that was sent to me in my Discord DMs, and I did look over the document at least like a couple of times. And let me tell you, I I'm not the only one who is upset. I've heard that Roxy is involved with a big ARG Discord server, and just to let you know, I'm not in that said server. But from what I've heard from her is that a lot of content creators are not really happy of what's going on because I I don't really blame them. Like, look, I will say this. At the time back in 2021, I was very happy that Nightmine put in my project on his index. Yeah, look, I was very happy at the time that he put in Mikey's Mind of Color on there, but now looking back into all of this, yeah, no, it doesn't sit with me that well. And with the bullshit that is happening, like, yeah, no, it just, no. Like, I thought Nightmine was cool and shit, and I thought he was like the goat. But with this type of shit that's been going on and all, yeah, no, he fell off so hard. And look, I know I may sound disappointing to some of my own viewers and some of my subscribers that are still here, but like, dog, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I I feel very disappointed in him. And yes, the Mikeyverse. I remember when I was trying to extend the Mikeyverse for a bit, but I think that I was so busy and wrapped up with a lot of things as well. But with that, BRB, I'll swear, I swear, I gotta take the trash out. That's fine. Anyways, with that being said, da 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 ta 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 ta. I'm gonna hold my words for a bit. Yeah, the Mikeyverse. Don't worry, the Mikeyverse will come back. I know it will take time to get back to that shit because I know that. Well, I can't really give spoilers away, but you know, it is what it is. But back to Nightmine. But with Nightmine doing this shit, I've kind of think that he he fell off so hard. He fell off so hard. He really fell off so hard. Oh, hi Logo Boy. How you doing, my dog? How you doing, dog? How you doing, dog? How you doing? Mm. Mm. Doing good. That's good to hear. Oh yeah, Logo Boy. I don't know if you read the Real Talk channel, but Nightmine got exposed recently. Um, yeah, no, Nightmine got exposed. So I'm just venting out my frustrations about the guy and shit. So save Zoom. Anyways, with that being said, yeah, no. Ever since Nightmine got called out, I'm not allowing my shit to be connected with him anymore. I'll probably have to relook at my Google Doc and relook at everything. This is the thing that I hate when I have to do this type of shit because if someone is doing like some crazy ass shit or just like wanted to start another controversy or shit, I just remove them from the doc and I don't like, you know, want to deal with their bullshit and like all of that. Like, okay, if you're fucking around, I don't want to be involved with your stupid ass shit. But since I don't even watch Nightmind anymore, which I'll say this now, his content is not even that much good anymore. Yeah, no, you're hearing this loud and clear. I'm legit now shit talking about this man. Like, yeah, no, the guy doesn't even cook anymore. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um, anyways, like what I said. Nightmine doesn't cook anymore. He doesn't cook anymore, bro. Ever since he started that VTuber stuff, ever since he like done like other things that I don't even get into that much, Yeah, no, he definitely fell off. Yeah, you're hearing this loud and clear, and I'm actually being honest with everyone. He actually fell off so hard. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Anyways, with that being said, um, yeah, no, I unsubscribed from Nightmind. He is not worthy of my attention anymore. And it's devastating for the fact that I used to look up to him as well because I really enjoyed his content back then, but also kind of like got involved with his Trailhead project because I know for the fact that I had a cameo in one of his Trailhead videos, like a slight little cameo. It felt proud to be part of a legacy, but now for the fact that his legacy is now ruined by shit, which hold on, I want to see if there's like actual dirt being thrown around as well because supposedly there's like I don't know. Yeah, hold on. Anyways, hold on. I need to look for what you said. Mikey, by the way, you should be extremely proud of yourself for going through the hells you have. You did it, my friend. You are a winner and no one can take that away from you. Ever. You know what? I will admit, you're not wrong about that shit. Like, people thought they could easily destroy me and destroy my fucking spirit, even though that I had a couple of episodes and shit. Nobody will ever fucking ruin me. Like, look, I know I have lost people. I know I've lost my half of my people. I know I lost my OG, half of the OG crew, which, by the way, I'm letting you all know right now, some of the OGs are still friends with me. So, like, I don't know what you're thinking that I would lose everything. I still have my OG friends. I still have friends on Discord. I still have friends with everyone. And let me tell you, if you think that you could take away shit that I have, then you're just like, you're wrong. And look, and I know for the fact that I had my old username as ML Junior and shit. Y'all are trying to twist some crazy ass shit. Like, oh God, I tell you this, ML Junior is supposed to be a very strong thing. I only made that shit as like a little short way to say my fucking name, and y'all want to make it more toxic and more of a fucking like toxic hazard in this bitch. Like, if you want to say shit, then so be it. You're gonna stub yourself on the toe or shoot yourself on the toe for bringing up my name in a negative light. Because look, the universe doesn't always evolve around you. Like, if you have problems on your own, okay, solve that shit on your own. That's not my problem. Like, dog, you don't have to fucking say shit about me and just be Two Face. Like, dog, chill. Like, chill, dog, chill. Like, chill, just chill. But also another thing is that if you have actual problems and you're just dealing with that shit, just like I don't know, get help, get professional help. Just find the people that actually care about you and like just do not try to throw me around in that shit. Like I don't know. I have already said this so many times to a lot of my friends, and they want me to move on. But you know what? There are still people out there who wants me to be feeling like this. But do you know what? I'm only gonna say this once, and this is probably the last time that I'm only gonna say this, and this is where people are gonna have to listen to me. But like, dog, I don't have time to deal with anyone's bullshit. I don't have time to answer all questions from a while ago. But also, more importantly, I don't have time to be dealing with anyone else's fucking problems. Because, look, unless if you have a reason for me to be helping out on your shit and actually solving that said shit, then give me a motherfucking reason. And then we can have a talk. But if y'all are gonna just say shit and just put me down on a fucking endless chain of despair, no pun intended, by the way, if you're gonna keep doing that shit, then that's a problem on your part, not mine. Just saying. Anyways, with that being said, like I myself as a person would love to keep the ML Junior name, but I wanted to switch it just to give it a good little refresh for my channel as well. Because look, I I knew that the ML Junior thing would not be there forever. Like, how can I say this? Because when I started to use ML Junior, it was gonna be like only a thing that is gonna be temporary for some time until I decided to like, you know, um, well, how do I say this? I know for the fact that ML Junior was only gonna be temporary when I wanted to like find an actual name. When 2023 came and went, I wanted to refresh myself, even though that ML Junior only had like a lifespan from I think at least 2022 to 2024 ish, early 2024. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right because I do have I have unlisted videos where I did like secret unlisted like update videos for people who I trust and shit. And I did explain that I was gonna change my name and stuff, which a bunch of people would already been knowing that I've been still doing my shit behind the scenes. So like, dog, keep up with the program. But 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 anyways, like what I said, uh, I knew that ML Junior was not gonna be living for that long, and I know people were gonna use it in a wrong way. But like at this point, with that, I decided to rename myself to Mikey Who because, again, like with the current iteration of Doctor Who and with its logo, I wanted to like be experimental, I guess. And yeah, I kind of forgot why I kind of renamed myself the Mikey Who. Like I knew that I had like an idea with it, but this was like back I think in early 2024 or mid 2024. But I knew I had an idea, but past Mikey would know in the unlisted videos because I did had a video where I was explaining of like how things were gonna go and like the original plans. But since time has passed on, some of those moments that I have said back then became outdated. But then again, who knows? Who knows? Anyways, like with that being said, for what I will say that I am still doing my shit. Like, I've been doing my shit for a while. I'm not gonna stop. I'm still gonna make my content. And look, if anyone is gonna stop me again from me making my videos, I'm not letting that shit happen again. Because, look, I'll be real with you. Y'all people on Twitter, y'all people on TikTok, y'all people wanna say your shit. I'm not letting that happen again. And I'm saying this to everyone so they can hear this shit in the back as well. And I'm gonna clap back as well. If y'all are gonna try to start shit with me when I'm trying to do my shit, y'all are gonna shoot yourselves on the fucking foot. Like, I'm telling you this now, I ain't going back to step fucking one. Because look, I've taken a break from my YouTube channel for a year. Yes, you're hearing this loud and clear. I've taken a break from my YouTube channel for a year. I tried to come back earlier this year, but y'all people want to say shit. But then again, I decided to take a break from my channel for a bit, but as a temporary thing because I want to post some of the videos to let people know that I'm still around. And let me tell you, next year will be the year that I do my shit, and I'm not letting anyone else stop me. Like I kid you not, I am not letting online people, keyboard warriors or whatever, stop me from what I'm doing. And look, I may will say this as well just to address the elephant in the room. I apologize if I have hurted you back then. Like, I understand that I may not be perfect, but you're not perfect as well, dog. Like, I'm telling you this now. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. All of us are not fucking perfect. We need to be on the same page. Like, dog, you need to chill. At least chill. Like, that's the only thing that I'm only asking. Chill, 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 and relax. And I prefer for people to actually enjoy the shit that I do than having people to hate. If you want to hate, that's fine. That's on you. But for me, I'm only doing this shit for the people who actually enjoys the shit that I make. Because let me tell you, there are still people who still watch my content, who still enjoys my content, who still loves the shit that I do. Some of them tell me that it changed their life. And look, I'm not trying to boost my ego or whatever, but there's people who told me that this shit that I do changed their life for the better. Even to a person who had passed away a while ago, and they enjoyed my content. Actually, Kai is one of the people who told me this shit because Kai over here had a person in their life who enjoyed my content. And the thing is, it makes me happy that there's still people like off of the platform and doesn't have like a social presence and shit that actually enjoys the shit that I make. Like, I'll tell you this. It makes me happy that there's people out there who actually like the shit that I make. Like the current shit. And like I know for the fact that I used to cringe a lot at my older shit, but looking back at it now, I can see that with the shit that I have done, it makes me feel like I put an impact onto the world. Anyways, I need to read what Kai said. I show your videos at my community center for development of disability people every 3 months. They absolutely adore and appreciate you. Someday, Mikey, I'll make a video to show you how much you impact us. I would love to see that video. Literally, please let me know. I would love to see that because if I'm actually doing a good impact on that shit, then that shows for the fact that there is still good shit in this world. Literally on God. It makes me happy. Anyways, with that being said, like, I will admit this. I am, I'm very happy. I, 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 um, I am very happy that you're telling me this shit, dog. Mm. Excuse me. Anyways, with that being said, I know I was distracting myself for a hot second. But with that being said, I was in the middle of archiving as well. Which, by the way, my fellow friends, I only have at least. It's 11:07 p.m. right now. Matter of fact, hold on. How many minutes? How many minutes until 2026? We have roughly. Oh my god. Give me a moment. How many minutes? We only have. Holy shit, we only have 52 minutes. So, right. With that being said, um, uh, I only have 52 minutes until this year ends. So, with that being said, right now I am currently reorganizing my archives for a bit because, um, many of y'all know that I have made so much content over the years. I have decided to reorganize my folders and try to preserve my own little internet history. But the problem is, would I preserve everything that I have done so far? Yes, yes, I do. But is it hard to get everything back that you want? Yes, yes, it is. Like, it is hard to get everything back, at least once in a while, but you know, luckily enough, I do have copies atop of copies atop of copies and atop of copies and atop of copies and atop of copies. Anyways, hold on. Let me see what Kai said. Kai said, "You have no idea how much happiness you have brought to all of us." Right. Okay. Server members, watch the stream. Anyways, I gotta ping everyone again. Anyways, with that being said, is anyone else here? I know Kai is the only one chatting, and I don't know where Logo Boy went. Um, is anyone here? I know Evelyn was lurking. Evelyn had to be lurking. I hope there's at least some people watching this. And don't forget to leave the stream a like. That doesn't hurt. Yes, I knew you were lurking. So, okay. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, oh yeah, you know what? I'll say this now. Um, I will admit, this year has also been a good point for me because let me tell you, I'm glad that I made the renewal, which y'all are gonna see that new shit next year, of course. So yeah, I am excited to get that thing out loud and clear. Hold on, wait. Kai said this. LOL, I'm doing homework too. And mom is back in ICU, so she's listening to you. Oh, hello, Kai's mom. I hope you're having a good time, my dear friend. I have her on speakerphone. Tell her I said hi, or at least she can hear me. Excuse me. Anyways, with that being said, yeah. I hope you're doing well, Kai's mom. I hope you're doing very well. My take on the Doctor Who theme. Okay, so yeah, anyways, with that being said, uh excuse me, sorry. But oh my god, ADHD moment. Oh, thank you so much, Mikey. She hears you. That's good. That's good. Um. Oh yeah. So, friends, I will say this. This year has also changed me not only for the better, but also for really realizing that I can do anything. So I'll say this. I want to say thank you to all the people who's actually still watched my content, but also enjoys the shit that I do. But also, I'm very happy that I found a place where I can actually do the shit that I want to do as well. Because, look, I know earlier this year I was going through a rough patch in my life, but, like, I'll say this. Thanks to the people at BevCam, thanks to the people over on Discord, thanks to the people who still believe in me, I am very happy that I have people who still like the content that I do. But yeah, anyways, I'm repeating the same shit. I hate for the fact that I'm repeating, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I'm looking through all of this and I'm seeing repeating. I have so many mashups in this bitch. I kid you not. Hmm. Right, okay. Right, anyways. 2025. Excuse me. Anyways. God lord. Oh, wait. Mike is online? Hold on. Where's Mike? Oh shit, Mike is live. Mike is here. YOLO. Hello, Stinky. Oh, he's gone. Mike is gone. Well, he's gone. How's school's going? And volunteering. School's great. Honestly, if you were to think about it, school is great. I uh, I did very well, at least somewhat well in the classes that I had. So yeah, it was great. It was grand. It was good. Other than that, also volunteering. Volunteering is great. I have been doing a lot of fun stuff with BevCam. BevCam have actually changed a lot of my life. I've been helping them out with the events. I've been involved with their YouTube channel for a while, which, yeah, actually, let me reword that because I want to be careful with the words that I have to say, which I'm going to rephrase the words now so I can make this easier for everyone. Let me repeat the question. How's school's going and volunteering? North Shore has been fun. North Shore has been great. I have been very busy with school for a while. That's why majority of like everyone has been not been seeing me that much. But North Shore has been fun. I got to really mess around with intro to graphic design and principles of marketing, which I got good grades in those classes. At least I got I think a B. I think B's. Yeah, hold on. I need to look back. I have Blackboard with me. I can probably look at the grade right now because I think that um I think that with the grades that I have, I think, hold on. I need to remember my password. Yeah, you got an 84. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. So, I think I made an announcement back on the Discord that I gotten at least an 84 or something like that. Yeah, hold on. Mm, 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 mm. Of course, I need to remember my password again. Did I forget my... No, I remember my password. Hold on. Something's not right. Alright, give me a moment. Let me pull up this shit out of my ass. Alright, move out of the way. That's an amazing grade. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hold on, let me see. I think this is the password. Alright, I think I got it. Yep, I got it. I got it. Where's the phone? Where's the phone? Where's the phone? There it is. I have found it. There we go. Ta 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 ta. Right, where were we? 36. Let me see if I can still access the class. I haven't touched Blackboard in a hot second, and I don't know what had happened. I'll be real with you, dog. I haven't touched Blackboard in a for some time now. So right, okay. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, Spring 2026 Design for Web. Spring 2026 Intro to Digital Photography. Oh my god, it's summer. Hi, summer. Oh my god, hi, summer. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hi, summer. Hi, summer. Hi, summer. Everyone say hi to summer. Hi, summer. Hi, summer. Anyways, back to where we were. Let's talk turkey. Anyways, let's see. uh on the grades because I know that Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you too, Summer. Thank you, Summer. Kai said I had to withdraw again. Unfortunately, I have to. Hold on. I had to withdraw again. Unfortunately, I had to a mass remove out of my kidney, and it's a full month recovery. I'm 2 courses away from my associate's degree. Okay, that's something. That's something. So, for my principles of marketing class, if anyone knows your math right now, I will say this shit now. So if anybody has your math skills, uh, be ready for what I'm gonna be telling you. So I have at least uh 801.00 out of 1.000. Did everyone get that? Did everyone get that? I'll repeat this again. I've gotten 801.00 slash 1.000. Did everyone get that? I think I could also calculate it as well. I think, yeah, I feel like I would. Let's see. I think it would be. I think that's at least a divide. I think that's, yeah, it says 0.801. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Let's see what Google says. Unless if someone has the answer for me, then please let me know. That's an A. That's an A? Really? Hold on. No, that is just for principles of marketing. That's for principles of marketing. I'm looking at this. Grade average. That's in B. That's at least. Oh, it's a B. Sorry. So I'm looking back at it. It's 80.1. 80.1. What, nigga? Sorry. Oh my fucking god. Nigga. Why? Also, I'm sorry if I said the N word, but if y'all are gonna get mad at me for saying the N word, that's a problem on your part. I am mixed. And if you're thinking I look white and shit, that's just because of the lighting. I don't give a fucking damn. Anyways, tipsy me. Cheers. Cheers back. Anyways, back to where we were. Yeah, so it's at least a B or a B minus. So that's the thing for principles of marketing. For intro to graphic design, somehow I've gotten the overall grade 81.199. Yeah, hold on. Get this. I'm gonna say this now. The grade that I got is 81.19915. I think that, give me a moment. Hold on. Let's. Oh, hey Mikey, it's Nora on one of my multitudes of YouTube accounts. Hey, how you doing, home dog? Right, so let's see. So it is so it's around B or a B minus. So we have two B's in this bitch. So, yeah, okay, peeps. We have two B's in this bitch. We have two B's in this bitch. I can confirm that we have two B's. So, yippee. Are you monetized? Can you get those donos? I don't think I'm monetized because I need more views and more people to subscribe. So if anybody wants to subscribe, that's fine. Because like if you have your subscriber accounts or like if you have like your alt or whatever, I don't really give a fuck. So if you have your alt or whatever, um yeah, if you want me to get more cash or whatever, go ahead, be my guest. I don't really give a fuck. I am I'm probably gonna find another way to do this shit. But yeah. Do you have more than 50 though? Yeah, look, I'll be real with you, dog. I could monetize, but it would kind of beat the purpose of what I've been doing for a while. I don't want to become one of those people where it's like, you know, I'm not saying their names, but I don't want to become one of those people where it's just content on top of content, you know? Anyways, I may sound like a hypocrite, but I'll say this. Yeah. Wait, you can use Streamlabs. I could use Streamlabs, yeah. Wait, hold on. Pause, everyone. I've gotten intel. So excited for Danganronpa 2 by 2. Do you think AI Junko will come back? By the way, in my honest opinion, AI Junko kind of did Junko dirty. Oh, wow. That's the first mention of Junko in the chat. Everyone, we got the first mention of Junko in the chat. Let's not go hasty in this bitch. So, okay. So, AI Junko. I know I haven't played all of Danganronpa because I've only watched the gameplays, and I know for the fact that many people would despise me enjoying the anime, which, look, I'll be real with you, dog. I love Danganronpa, the anime. Yeah, look, I'll be real with you, dog. I do love the Trigger Happy Havoc anime, and I'm literally taking this with pride and dignity. I love the anime, and like I understand many people would go to the game, which I understand it's like the best route, but it's basically just it would take a long time. It would take a long time. It would take a long time. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you're not a real Danganronpa fan. Oh, you're not a real Danganronpa fan. Take the L. Take the L, bitch ass. Take the L, bitch ass." But like, dude, I may not know the whole lore of all of Danganronpa. I know for the fact that there's Danganronpa Zero where Junko is a redhead. Oops, did I spoil some people? Yeah, I did. I know who Ryoko Onashani is because it's fucking Junko Inishima with a fucking amnesiacs with shit. Yeah, sorry if I'm spoiling in this bitch, but like, I know how Junko is, and I did a lot of research as well because like I will say this, AI overview had fucked me over so many times. Like people were questioning why I self ship myself with Junko because I blame AI overview because in the actual lore, Junko is 19 or 18. Technically she's 19 in the lore, but in pre like tragedy and stuff, she's 17 and 16. So basically, in the equivalence of this, Junko is technically an adult. I don't know why people are arguing with me that, oh, why do you have a crush on a character who is look like a teenager? Well, excuse me, my dear friend. Look at the Danganronpa timeline. Then we can have the conversation and shit. Like, dog. Like, like literally, we can have the conversation about the Danganronpa timeline, and you can educate me more with all the Danganronpa lore. Like, I do not know everything. I know for the fact that there was a lot of other shit before the main game series, and I'm like pretty sure that there's more shit that I don't really understand. And for the fact that there's like other like spin-offs and shit before Trigger Happy Havoc. But yeah, but yeah. Anyways, holy shit. It's literally almost 11:30. What time is it now? We only have 30 minutes in this bitch. I've been yapping my head off for a bit. So yeah, anyways, uh hold on. Da, 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 da. Nora said she does look good as a redhead, considering she's the ultimate guru, which is a type of Japanese fashion style. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Personally, to me, personally to me, I think that Junko deserves more respect, even though that she did a lot of shit. She deserves respect for having a good style as well. But anyways, back to where I was saying. If y'all want to fucking fight about Junko's age and shit, she's fucking 19 to 20. And if she were to be still alive and shit, I would consider her to have a headcanon that she would have been 25 or 24 years old at this point. And if anybody's gonna fight with my fucking opinion and shit, that's on you, not on me. Ha ha, take the L. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, with that being said, yeah, back to where we were saying. So excited for Danganronpa 2 by 2. Do you think AI Junko will come back? By the way, in my opinion, AI Junko did AI Junko kind of did Junko dirty. I mean, you're not wrong because it's not really Junko in AI form. It's just like remnants of what could have been Junko herself. But I don't know. There's a lot of like lore that I kind of missed of how Junko did all of this shit. I'm assuming that has been spreaded out on the Danganronpa 3 anime as well. Like, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's like so much lore that I would have to understand. Unless if there's someone who I can have time to understand all this lore with, which, if anyone who is still a subscriber to this channel, please let me know of how I can actually do this shit. Because I know I did watch the anime, and I know I probably have to watch the gameplay again. Or watch the gameplay? I mean, I probably have to watch the gameplay. But, anyways, Junko is life. You're not wrong. Junko is life. Junko is life. And you know what? I will never stop liking Junko. She's too pretty. She's damn attractive as well. And if people are gonna just say, "Oh, why are you simping for her? Isn't that what got you into the fucking place?" Well, excuse me. What about your shit? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, um, yeah, there's only a. Let me see how long do we have to do this shit. We only have 27 minutes. 27 minutes in this bitch. Anyways, with that being said, I am gonna get off soon. Not yet, but I will say this. Junko has always made me happy. Her face, her smile, her silly little gremlin like antics. She has a wonderful smile. She has. That's why I like her, and that's why I have always these fascinations with her. Because I do headcanon that she's very chaotic in her own nature, and I could relate to her on a personal level as well. And believe me, I feel like that she does kind of embrace my madness, and I also will say that I feel like she would understand me a lot as well, like everyone else here. Like I believe she would understand me. Like I know she would understand me. She would really, really understand of how I am. But I don't know. that's just a headcanon and just a fan thing. And I know that she's not real. And I know I'm a obsessed with this character, but hey, it is what it is. I love her. I love Mukuro. I love the Despair Sisters. I mean, if you guys are gonna try to take me away from my interest in shit, that's kind of like your own thing as well. You're just basically forcing someone to not really enjoy the shit that they want to enjoy as well. Anyways, with that being said, yeah, no, it is almost time for me to go. I need to get back to what I was doing, but also probably get back to archiving because I only have limited time to actually rearrange the archive as well. Well, not really limited time, but also I could also rearrange it as well tomorrow. So, with that being said, I'll make my final words for this year, right here and right now. For anyone who has been watching the channel for a while, thank you all for actually still enjoying the content that I make. And more importantly, thank you for still supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting my journey throughout this year. I'm very happy for the fact that Bavcam and all of you guys who are following this account and still follow me on Instagram and shit and Facebook. I'm very happy that y'all are enjoying the shit that I'm doing now because y'all really love to see more of Mikey's Random Monday or any other content that I've done with them, which again, I am very happy that y'all actually enjoying the content that I do with Bevcam, which again, the quality has been improving a lot, which yeah. Hold on, the closing logo presentations. I really love watching your streams. They remind me of the Super Dope Nachos. Super Dope Nachos. Who is that? Super Dope Nachos. Super Dope Nachos. Who is that? Is this a user that I don't know? Hold on. Is this like a YouTube channel that doesn't exist anymore? Hold on. I need to look at your channel for a quick minute. Um, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there, pal. Um, anyways, Kai said, "Love you so much, Mikey. You've been the greatest encouragement for myself and my friends and family. We love you. Happy New Year. Happy 2016 year." Thanks, thanks. But anyways, with that being said, I'm very happy that you. I'm very happy that y'all are still enjoying the streams. I'm happy that y'all are really enjoying the stuff. And don't worry, next year I'll be plunging out myself more content, and I will do more shit, and I will update some of the stuff and the lore. Which, by the way, I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. There is gonna be lore in the renewal. So be ready when the renewal gets out because when you start watching the renewal, you're gonna probably see some things that would come back to older lore as well. So yeah, it's it's something in its own self. Also, hold on, let me see what Nora said. Best way to spend the first day of the New Year's for me is by having Mukro's diss track from Betty versus Spam 10 video shared on the server. Reply in my head as we speak. Replay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Hold on. I think that I need to listen to some music before this year ends. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Join the Discord if anybody wants to get to know more content and stuff and see what happens in the set Discord. Join the link in the description. Matter of fact, let me see if the link does work still. Join the Discord. Let me see. Does the link work? Yeah. Okay, it does work. We got a working link. Anyways, join the link if you want to see more chaos, my dear friends. With that being said, I hope y'all have a good rest of your evening, and more importantly, I hope y'all have a good new year as well. And yeah, keep your eyes on the renewal because I know I had to reschedule like the dates and stuff for the renewal for later this month because you know, I want to reorganize the final part because the final part I have rendered it, but there is still stuff that I need to add to it. But I'm not going to go into details of what I'm going to be adding. So you'll have to be speculating on what's going to be in that set thing. So y'all have to be investigating and knowing your shit. But with that being said, I'll see y'all around. Stay safe and yeah, 2025, I let you go. Bye friends.